Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I'll just get straight into the reading, I think, this morning. I don't feel like I have a lot to tell you. I think I got it all out of the way with what's cracking reading. I am on radio though in an hour and a half or an hour-ish. So if you're interested in watching Moonstruck Radio, I will be live. I understand you can get free readings from Moonstruck too by contacting the channel. So if you're interested in doing that, you can do that. If you're interested in a free reading, I'm currently doing one on my Facebook page. So if you want to come on over and join me there. So at the Aussie Goddess. The cards are very lively today. These are particularly stiff too, which is nice because they seem to last longer. Some of the cards I buy just don't last very long at all. They sort of tend to split and fray. These are beautiful. This is the Lover's Path Tarot here. Just one more shuffle and we're up. Okay, let's see what's happening in the big bad world. All right, so we have the card of Temptation coming in here. Now the Temptation card is the card of the Devil. Sometimes this can represent, of course, the card of Capricorn, but the meanings behind the Devil card are quite broad and they can change quite a lot depending on the cards around them. When we talk about temptation, we talk about temptation being perhaps not always good for us. So, you know, it can be addictions and obsessions over wanting something, over desiring something. Temptation can be something that can be obviously illegal, immoral. I want to say fattening too, because some of us crave foods we shouldn't crave all the time. But this is about your ego. So it's about entertaining your ego, allowing your ego to perhaps lead you where you shouldn't go. And the card behind that is Judgment. So the Judgment card is a card of rising up from the dead, having a new chance at something, being able to go for something again. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Cups. So there's some confusion about this. I get a strong feeling somebody has been tempted. Five of Cups came up in the What's Cracking reading here. Somebody's been tempted into some sort of relationship or some sort of situation where perhaps the temptation is a little bit too much. There's almost this feeling or an opportunity here to go back to your past. So perhaps some of you are dealing with someone that you are tempted to perhaps start some sort of relationship with or some sort of situation with where perhaps they're already in some other commitment, or maybe you yourself are in a commitment and being tempted by something from your past here. Because the Seven of Cups sort of talks about what you don't really know about the situation. It's like you're taking a cup here without really seeing what's in it. There's some sort of sadness about this here. And we do have the Magician here. So some of you could be manifesting some sort of situation from your past because you haven't given up the desire you had for it, nor have you given up the need or the want for that particular thing. And you do want to go back and you do want to do something here. But there's something here about your ego, something about what you want here that's not necessarily good for you. So you could have walked away from a situation in the past that wasn't good for you, but you still want to return to it. You still want to stay with it. So it sort of brings to mind a little bit of, you know, narcissistic relationships or being in love with someone who's powerful or controlling or who's treated you really badly. And this desire to still go back to that situation is very strong here. So I want to say to you, be very careful about what you're desiring. Okay, so we have the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups coming out here. This Page of Cups is trying to offer something, but at the moment it's very small. It is a love offer, and it can be with a Pisces, but it's a water sign here, mostly. Again, I don't like to concentrate too much on the astrology of it because sometimes it's just someone who has those attributes. You're dealing with someone who's very emotional here, very deep, very loving. And they're trying to offer you something here. It's sort of like, just be careful because the moon is sort of sitting in the background here. And it's only a little bit shown. So you can only see a little bit of the moon. And that says to me that there's something in this situation that you don't understand yet. And I guess it's whatever's in the cup there. Okay, so we do have the card of balance here, which of course is the divine timing card. There seems to be something here that you need to understand before you move forward. And this is about you. It's the card of Venus here. So there's definitely love in this situation and love to be exchanged. But there's also this feeling that you need to be in the right place to accept this offer. So don't accept it for reasons other than what you think are the right reasons, because the confusion here says to me that you want to accept something, but you're not really sure if it's what you want. Two of coins. Yeah, see, there's a decision to be made. So this is the head over heart decision for sure here. There's this feeling that you want to return to something because your heart is still there. You still love something you've left behind, whatever that happens to be for you. But there's this feeling here that your head is telling you there's more to this situation. And do you jump into it blindly like the fool because of the love you feel? Or do you think about, is this the person you really want to be with here? Because there seems to be some ego and some stuff tied to this person that you're unable to see at this time. It's still being hidden from view. So is this the person you want to be with? And are you going back purely because, I don't know, the sex was amazing, or, you know, the way they were when they were at their best was great? But I feel like you walked away from this situation because it wasn't right for you. So question the need why you need to go back. Maybe it's a good situation. Maybe you're trying to make up your mind for other reasons. Maybe this person's still in a committed relationship. Maybe this person perhaps didn't find the time for you before. Perhaps you're dealing with someone who took you for granted. And there he is, King of Cups. So we are talking about a possible water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The universe is definitely asking you here, though, to use your head and your heart together. Don't let your heart carry you away. Think about what you're doing here. Something really important has to be thought about, because it looks to me like you walked away from this person once before, maybe more than once. You may be dealing with someone you're cycling with. Maybe they've never been able to offer you a commitment and you're being sort of drawn to going back again. So you may be cycling with this person. Two of Wands here. So this person is asking you to walk down a different path with them. So there's a very strong possibility. I'll just pull the next card out. And we do have the Fool after I said about taking a leap of faith. There's sort of this feeling here that perhaps this person's been around a few times before but hasn't offered you commitment. And maybe they're now offering you a commitment as a king. But because of the past stuff and the running backwards and forwards and all the things that you've been doing in the past, really think about whether you want to go round again, because it looks like that's possible here. We do have the Hierophant coming out. So I do think this person is very serious here with the Fool and the Tradition card. There is a serious offer here. A very serious offer coming in from someone. All right, King of Wands. So you're dealing with a person you find very, very attractive. This person is really quite fiery here. Very fiery and determined to get this off the ground. But somehow or another there's a closing out of a cycle due to this. Okay, I have a feeling that this is... I'll just have a look. So you're being tempted by someone here to go back again and do something you've done before with the Judgment card, but you're confused about it because it looks as though you've walked away from this situation maybe more than once. But the Magician's here, and we do have the card of the World here. So there's sort of like this feeling here that you've perhaps cycled with this person. Perhaps you've been in and out of things with them over the, you know, whatever, over so many years, months, whatever. And you're about to go into another cycle with them, but this is different. This is different because it doesn't look like what you've experienced before. So if this person's been round more than once, whatever, It's like this time they want something more serious, more committed. They're actually looking like they're offering you something long-term here. But the confusion, because of what you've had with them in the past, is overwhelming you. And I feel like you've used your head before and walked away from a situation that perhaps your heart has been really invested in. I feel like you either have great love for this person and they've perhaps not been able to make their mind up, because there's like a feeling here that they've had other opportunities and perhaps this is confusing you now. Oh, okay, so there's a lot of anxiety coming through with this on whether to move forward or not. Nine of Swords coming out here. So we have the Ten of... Oh, okay. The Judgment's cards come out again. The universe is here intervening. So this person's realised here they want something more long-term. They want something more serious with you. You're not trusting the situation because of the past, but the universe is here to say, we're giving this another chance because it really does need to go in the right direction. So maybe all the time your intuition was telling you that this was your person, but the person was not awoken. So they were kept walking away from some situation here thinking that they didn't want a serious commitment. And I'm feeling here now the universe is saying you can't do this anymore. This is your person. You need to work with this energy. So we have someone here who is being sort of given an opportunity to have something more serious and more committed. So when they're saying use your head over your heart or your heart over your head or both in conjunction with each other, what they're saying here is you need to understand that perhaps the timing wasn't right before, and this is a time for strategy and logic rather than just jumping in with your heart. And there's no reason why you can't jump in with your heart, because this feels like it's something that's being offered here that is right for you this time. Somebody's walked away from somebody more than once thinking it wasn't going to be for real, and now the offer is real. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we want that one, do we? Looks that way, doesn't it? So it's the card of Poised. Okay. I haven't read this one a whole lot, so I'm going to go and read it out of the book. 48. I think it's just sort of sitting waiting, isn't it? Being poised. Waiting for the right opportunity to come forward here. Okay. So it's about being ready, bringing something to light and being at your best, and it's about confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you serve a new phase of your life about to begin. You sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So I just want to read the relationship meaning here because I think it's really important too. When you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, harmonious new connections are all present now and are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So maybe when this was happening in the past and you were cycling, maybe there was a sense that you weren't ready, not them. So you may have thought they weren't ready, but maybe it was you. Maybe you still had some lessons to learn. Maybe you needed to be more confident and more aware of this situation because something beautiful is about to start here. Have a great day.